Hello, Fuzzy Goat family. Melissa here in Thomasville, Georgia on this beautiful Tuesday here. We finally are having some cooler temperatures, and what I understand is somewhere up northwest that you guys have had some really cool weather. But it has been lovely. Lovely weekend. Great for watching tennis, for playing tennis. Hold on, let me fix this. Oh, sorry. Which I did a lot of that. And some knitting, and as you can see, I don't know what's happening here. Something wonky's happening there. I finished my Sellwood, and it was super fun to do. It's funny though when you think you finished it, and then you're like, oh, I gotta pick up the neck, and I gotta do all this stuff and weave in the end. Like, it seems like it's another while before you can actually wear it. But so I'm getting to wear it today. So it's a sport weight Sellwood. It's a Caitlin Hunter pattern, and it was super fun to do. I guess you could probably make these longer if you wanted to. Yeah, you could certainly make that longer, I guess. The pattern stops though, but you could make the ribbing longer if you wanted. So it was super fun. And I was so excited. See, this thing keeps sliding. I was so excited to wear a new sweater today that makes me want to finish another one. Yes, happy Labor Day, Kathy. Happy Labor Day. All right, let's talk about my projects. Let's see, there's quite a few. See, we're playing with this light now. Okay, there we go. So that's better. Quite a few that I didn't touch. So it's okay. I planned to do that tonight so that I can keep them in the cycle. So I was really focused on this one. And then I was jealous because Cadence got a little, not that she got ahead of me, but that she got into her color work on her Here Comes the Sun, so I really wanted to get into that. So I did work on that some too. So let's see, where do I want to start? This was supposed to be my birthday sweater, and I mean, it still is going to be my birthday sweater, but I need to work on this some more. And it's really easy pattern to do, right, without the pattern, if that makes sense, the chevron. So I think I have to do one more repeat of this, right? So I'm going to have a dark, then the light one, and then another dark. So I have 3 stripes, and then I don't know what. So I think I might just go into stockinette, and it is bottom up as well. So, and then the bottom here is a provisional cast on, which I really do appreciate a provisional cast on. And I think you go down and do ribbing from there. So I get to make it longer if I wanted to there. I'm using Unique, which is so fun, this self-striping. I used, this is a Sweet Georgia that I had in my stash, fingering, but you could have a lot of fun with this. Yeah, a lot of fun. I decided to choose the self-striping here. You wouldn't have to, but it's gonna be happy, very happy. So yeah, it is called the Lapis top, Lapis, and it is fingering. So I got that one going, and again, doesn't require a lot of brain power, so that's good. All right, and then I did work on, we're doing this little knit along, the Riptide. I did work on this, I'd say quite a bit. I don't know, this was like a Friday night kind of knitting situation and watching tennis. So like, I figured I got it in a groove, I got my pattern going down. I think I have about a ½ inch or an inch more to go here, and then it starts growing, I guess, for under the arm here, right? So I can join it in the round. I'm doing the Riptide, let me show you this. I think I call it a slip over the vest. I'm doing the crew neck, but they also have the V-neck. And then they have the pullover, which I think might be a sport weight. I think it's a sport weight, yeah, that's what that says. But it's a fun pattern, there's got some neat detail along the, you can't really see it, here on the sides. And then I really like, of course, what am I trying to show you? The split hem here. I really love that, which you could really add to any sweater, I guess. Yeah, so that's an option she has in the pattern. So yes, Luann, hello, and Diane, thanks for watching, and Patty. And Patty, did you say, oh, you're seeing me on Tuesday again, yes. So anyway, this is a DK, probably a thicker DK. This is a non-superwash that I actually had in my stash. And, but it's very squishy, very squishy. So like I said, it is a DK. Mine, I think I did my gauge swatch and I adjusted accordingly my needle size. And it has a nice little detail here on the edge too. which is probably what goes all the way down the side. Just a little ribbing. But yeah, it's fun to do. Riptide. And it's nice because the pattern has some other options in it, right? It's not just one thing. Hello, Teresa. Thank you for watching, and Donna. All right, so I was so excited to have this one done. I wondered, which I don't think so. I realized I'm going to have to get some more needles today too. That's part of my problem. I would love to finish this one. I have a class that starts on this on Saturday, but it does smell really good. Really good. But I have to finish the sleeve, and I'd have to have several more inches to go down here. Now, I realized this weekend I was helping somebody pick out their yarn. I assumed because she has the contrast color up here and here that the ribbing on the bottom was a contrast color, but guess what? It is not in the pattern that way. But again, a pattern is just a suggestion. So I will likely, I'm thinking of doing my ribbing in this contrast color. Why not? It's kind of fun. I definitely am having a pink thing going on, but this makes me very happy. This is called the Mango Tea by Beth McDonald Stone, I believe is her name. It's a mango tea, kind of an oversized situation. And of course, it's only as oversized as the size you pick to make, but that's gonna be fun. So that might be my goal to work on this week, to see if I can just about finish it. It makes me happy that I have the neck and one sleeve already done. Of course, sleeve goes really fast, but for me, it's always like just picking up those stitches. If I know I have them picked up, the rest goes super fast. So I was watching tennis last night, and I just, as much as I love tennis, it was kind of disappointing because the matches they had were blowouts, and it was like kind of you hunker down, you're ready for like a good tight match, and that just didn't happen yesterday. But that's okay. That's okay. All right, so this is my woodland, and Cadence has gotten very far along on hers, very far, and has given me some tips, which I really do appreciate. So I did pull mine out. If you remember, I was having a situation with the ladder back stitches. Okay, so a couple things. Did you change your needle size when you went to color work?
I did.
Up or down?
Up.
See, I'm gonna have to go down.
Because the dominant one was in my right hand, and then all of a sudden I was knitting English, and I knit that tighter.
And it was hiding your stitches.
It was just the whole thing was
bunched up. So I think I'm gonna have to go. I did go down a needle size, but I think I have a lot of projects apparently on a 4. So my plan is to get another needle. I like when I'm doing color work to have it kind of maxed out, not stretching, but maxed out, so that not to have tight floats. I am doing the ladder back. So I ripped it back. Remember, I blocked it because my ladder back stitches, I did the lifted increase, and for some reason it left holes, and I wasn't happy with it. I blocked it, still had holes. So I ripped it back, and then now this time I'm doing the backward loop to do those increase, or the hold stitch, the carried stitches, the floats, and it's much better. So shockingly enough, I was just going to show you the chart here, because it actually, she did a really good job with the chart, so it makes it kind of go fast. Well, for me personally, once I got my my floats situated, my ladder back stitches situated, because that kind of takes some time. But this is, I think y'all have seen the chart, maybe not. Page 1, you can see the bear. Page 2, where the repeat situation happens, and depending on your size, that changes. And then page 3, and then you can see the deer right there, isn't that fun? And there's a bird and a squirrel right in here too, somewhere.
I don't know, maybe there's a squirrel.
I thought I saw a squirrel somewhere, but maybe I just made that up. But anyhow, there is definitely a bird. A squirrel would be cute, wouldn't it? We do a lot of that in here, a little squirreling. But the color work, once it's blown up and you can read it, she does a good job because she tells you how, like when there's a long stretch of a color, she puts in there how many stitches that is. So you're not constantly recounting and recounting. You might be recounting your stitches, but you're not recounting the chart. So anyway, so I'm super excited to get going on this. And I quickly went through like 5 rows. Once I got that first row done, it went pretty quick. So this is the woodland. I think we've kind of finalize. We are going to try to do a class, and it's going to be steeked, and it's going to be an intense class, I think. So if you're local and are wanting to do a steek project, stay tuned, because that should be going out soon about up the details on that. All right, so I got those. Let's go over here. This is my no-no's cardigan, which I'm super excited about, and I know I've told you, but that's what I called my grandfather. So I got this beautiful blue. This was the once that was in the sale, and it's a really interesting, what do you want to call it? Color work, mosaic? I'm not even sure. It's some slip stitches going on. I'm hoping I did it right. I'm like, is that right? So I got through one of the stripes. So the stripes happen every about 20 rows. And I decided to go with, oh, I don't have my pink in here. Oh, it's over here. Then I think I messed myself up, because I might have to see if I can do this. This is the pink, which I'm using in another project, and now it's attached to my project. So these are going to be, you do one row of this, and then you do one row of this, but they have you so that it's just one row. And then you slip your stitches back and you're knitting again, right? They don't have you work the back side when you're doing that stripe. So it's going to be an interesting, it's not just a regular stripe. So it's kind of cool how that's happening. And it's kind of fun. So now after I've done the stripe, I do another 20 rows. I think most of my shaping has been done. So this is one that I want to go work on. Isn't it fun? This blue is cool. Anyway, and when I work on it, it makes me think of my no-no. So there we go. All right, that's Isabel Kramer, and it calls for a DK. That's what I was meant to tell you. I'm using the Earth Once, which is a worsted, but it's a very light worsted. So it's working for my project, and it's also working because I did my gauge swatch. So it's important to do the gauge swatch, especially if you're changing up the yarns. All right, then I'm almost done. This is another one that's getting close to being done, which I was working on this, and I finished, right, the body, the yoke. It's hard to see, but it does smell really good. It's hard to see the pattern. I guess you guys can see it, right? And look, I've made quite a bit of progress here. I feel like once you get past like an inch under the arm, for me personally, I feel like it starts going really fast. So still have a ways to go, probably another 4 inches in the body, but this is something that I can just grab and go. I don't need the pattern anymore, so that's kind of a fun thing to do. Movie, tennis watching, depending what the match is, I guess, too. The sweater that I'm wearing, I think I was weaving in the ends, and my one little dog, we have 3 little dogs. Well, one little is not a little dog, but oh, you finished your salty? Yes, I think Teresa, I think I saw that you had finished yours. Are you still able to wear it where you are? Because I think you're up north, right? Northwest, something like that. What was I going to say? Oh, and she jumped up on here just enough. Her one little claw picked the heck out of this sweater. But it's amazing to me. I just tucked it back inside and you can't even tell. She's done that probably to 6 of my sweaters. Just that one little claw. She's a love bug, and that's part of the problem. Anyway, so this is the Salty Air Tee. I'm using 29 bridges, and I'm using her linen wool blend. So nice and airy. So it's fun. Fun. All right, then the last one, like I said, I didn't get to my Christmas sweater, so I might work on that tonight, because I'm just about done with the yoke, the color work. And I will say too, like when you're doing color work, as I was talking to Kate, it's like, don't be afraid if you need to change your needle. It's not necessarily mean you have to rip anything out, but you can adjust on the fly if you need to. I sometimes do that as well when I'm going from flat knitting to in the round, I'll adjust, which is what I think I had to do with the woodland. So this is the 3rd time I've adjusted my needle on the fly. Anyway, so I did get going. I need another needle for this, because this clearly is getting too small for this. I think this is also on a 4. I think I have a lot of projects on 4s right now. So this is Here Comes the Sun. Cadence is a little further on it than I am, I think, but I really wanted to get going on the pink in there. So not all the pink that you see there is color work, because some of those pink stitches as my ladder back. That's how I decided to carry it. But it's just so happy, so happy. Yeah. I think you all have seen it. If I have it handy, I'll just show you. Yeah, here it is. And the charts are like quite simple. I mean, simple in the fact that they're not pages and pages. And so mine is basically the same as hers. Like my yellow is the yellow. Her dark color is my blue. And the pink is the pink. And the white is the white. But here's a picture of it. We're gonna do something different on the sleeve. I don't think I want my sleeves that blousy or that long. I might just leave the color work off because does have color work on there. Haven't decided. Because if I make the sleeve narrower, I will definitely have to adjust that color work, right? Because that's why there's that many stitches there. So I might just do a straight sleeve. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, so that is Here Comes the Sun, and it's a sport weight, and we had a lot of fun playing with our Queen City Latta, L-A-T-T-A, non-superwash for this. So because there's so many colors, you don't have to go so deep, right? You just need a couple of this color, one of that, one of that. So super fun, and I am enjoying working with this yarn. So yeah, and Queen City. Check it all out on our website. I will put my links to the sweaters here, but you can always do a search on our website, fuzzygoatyarns.com. Let us know if we can help put anything together for you, and any questions you have. All right, I appreciate you watching, and I look forward to catching back up with you next week. And I'm gonna have to play with this right here. It's kind of bothering me now that I see it there. I might just need to block it out. Anyway, I did block it. I did actually block the sweater. I didn't soak it for 20 or 30 minutes, but I probably did a good 5 to 6, 7, 8 minutes. Didn't pin it. I just kind of not stretched it, but like, laid it out. And I think it did. I think I gained about an extra inch. I think it's just stitches relaxing. And I can't remember what the blend is. It's alpaca and merino. I think they called it easy wash. So it might be like a super wash kind of thing. Anyway, I hope y'all have a great week, and I'll catch up with you next week. Take care.